Hey guys, it's Kush and welcome to another money making method. This money making method is called Impetuous Impulses or puro. This is a very easy minigame or activity, and the only confusing part about this is the name itself. This is a solo hunter based minigame which people do for mostly money, but maybe people may do this for XP. This place is located in Xanaris, and you can access Xanaris by using the fairy rings and go northeast. Come to this little or big wheat patch, or just travel to Xanaris through the Lumbridge Swamp with either a Dragon or a Lunar Staff in your hands and travel southwest from there. This mini game or activity relies mainly on your hunter skills. The higher you have, the more money you will obviously make. The higher hunter you have, 91 would be the at least minimum I would say to make really good money, but you could have enough for a Dragon Impling, which is 83 hunter, or you can use a hunter potion to boost 3 levels by either having 80 hunter or 88 hunter. Some other stats that are useful is agility, because you will be running around in here a lot. Strength also helps out a lot because you have to push through the wheat, and the higher strength you have, the faster you will be able to push through them. Also, a higher thieving level is maybe necessary, but you don't necessarily have to have it. I will explain why later in the video. Once you come in here, you can either go straight in and start your activity, or come down south and be smart about it and talk to the wandering impling. You can right click and check gates with them. There are wheat patches around RuneScape where they'll just be circular wheat things. You can enter them and give yourself a big advantage over everybody, because then you can walk through the wheat extremely fast and get advantage over people, so you can catch your implings faster. Now this does require some RuneScape knowledge of where these places are. I can easily tell you this was in the place west of Port Sarum. You know, when you travel the boats you can come here, or I think this place is called Brimhaven. You can go to them and then enter the crop circles from there, and you will be taken directly inside of the minigame. Once you have that, you can walk the wheats extremely fast, or if you're lazy and don't want to do that, just go straight in and you will still be able to play the minigame normally. Some important equipment I would recommend having are weight reducing equipment such as the boots of lightning, penance gloves, the agility top and bottom, spotted capes or spotted cape, I don't know which one that was, and a butterfly net. But yeah, you should have a butterfly net when you start off, but when you talk to him, he will give you a starter kit which will include some nets, some impling jars, and the imp propellant. Your main base will be this guy right here, El Nock Inquisitor. You can trade him, and you can basically buy some stuff off him, as the imp propellant, which I already have, a magic butterfly net, which I have right here. It greatly increases your chances of catching implings. Impling generator, which I think gives you around 33 impling jars, or you can trade any impling ranging from baby to kingly for 3 impling jars, but obviously don't do that with the higher impling jars, do it for the normal ones. Now this person will store some of your equipment as well. You can just put your stuff in here for later, so you don't have to waste inventory space in your bank, and once you come back you can take it back out and start off hunting. Some more items I would recommend having are snare or bind runes. Entangle one's the best, so just nature runes and earth and water runes, or just nature runes and any type of mud staff or mud battle staff. A teleport out would be helpful as well, because you will probably be teleporting out to bank your implings. And that's all the equipment you really need. There's no other high level requirements except for hunter, and that's basically it. So the point of this mini game or activity is basically to just push through the wheat and find higher level implings. Say if I find a really good impling, like a kingly impling, I would cast Entangle on it and it will freeze wherever it is. This is not a PvP area if you're wondering, just in case. Now it does help if you're on full screen or resizable, because then you can see really far away where the implings are, but I usually like to play on fixed because I'm just used to it. I'm pretty weird, I don't know. But basically what the point is, you run around, just keep running, you'll see implings here. You have to check your hunter level. Basically the higher ones you can catch, the better it is. The best implings I would say there are kingly, dragon, magpie, and zombie, maybe ninja even. Those are the implings you want to try to catch as always. Now it is advised to have some lower level implings in your inventory, because say that you have a dragon or a kingly impling in your inventory and you don't have your imp repellent and your thieving level is really low. These little imp defenders will come up to you and they will release your implings. So if you had only a kingly impling in your inventory, he would just release it and it would fly off. You could try to recapture it, but that would be pretty annoying. In order to prevent that from happening, you could either have a really high thieving level so they don't come after you, or you could just have an imp repellent in your inventory and they will not come after you. but it is still advised to have some lower level implings just at the top of your inventory, so if they do manage to release one, they will start off with the lower level implings and work their way up to the higher level ones. Now there are two types of ways to play this minigame which people usually like to do. The most popular one is to just look around the world, run around in circles a couple times. If there are no good implings, you just hop worlds and try another one. That's probably the most common one people like to do, but there is another one which works pretty good as well. You have to find an empty world where there's no players nearby and just start catching the higher level implings, the ones you see. The higher level ones don't have to be kingly or dragon, but they can be nature, so catch all the nature ones you can. Once you do that, some more higher level implings should start spawning, like magpie and ninja and pirates. For pirates you do need to have rocking out quest done, so careful of that. Once you catch a pirate and the higher level ones, dragons and kingly should start spawning, but that's just a theory, because if you catch the higher level ones you should spawn more higher level implings. That's another way to do this activity, or you can just hop world. Probably the most common way to do this activity, as people like to do, including me. Now obviously people would like to know how much money you can make over here per hour. The prices of this activity could range from either going from 500k to over 2 mil an hour, depending on how lucky you get. Now this is mainly based on luck, because you can catch really low amount of imps per hour, or you could randomly get 5 to 10 kingly implings if you're extremely lucky, which is probably impossible, but that's where the luck part comes in. Now another good way to find those pesky implings is to go to the RuneScape forums and go down to monsters, wherever that is. Here it is, monsters, the one with the big eyeball under RuneScape game, I guess, monsters. Click on that and then go to where it says impling spotted. Once this page decides to load, you can scroll all the way down and click this little thing right here where it tells you go to the last page, and then over here people will randomly post implings that they found which they don't have the hunter level for. As you can see, this guy posted there's a dragon impling in roll 66 in Khazar jungle. He's following it, so you could PM him. If you're planning on coming for it, please PM me or I'll leave. I guess he's doing a close go. Some people do ask for money to do this, but they usually don't. You can always just take it and run away, but that's totally up to you. You can see he's pretty desperate. He's had all these posts. Oh my god, a full page. Alright, so it's gone. So this is a good place to find some implings if you don't want to do that, or if you want to just add it with your puro hunting, I guess, as people would like to say, as I should say actually. I don't know how it's pronounced, but you could add this little form thing with your RuneScape way to catch more implings per hour. This will help you out a lot. Just keep refreshing the RuneScape page over here, and if more people decide to post, you can PM them and go to them and catch them. Maybe you'll even split some loot with them. Now this is a pretty relaxed activity, or a mini game, whichever one it is, and generally you don't have too much stress in here, as RuneScape is a competitive game. There's not too many people around, but you can obviously see some around there. And if you're scared or worried about not having the hunter level like 91 or 83, you can come here, just try to catch those magpie ones that doesn't have too much of a high hunter level. I used to do that when I was a lower level. I would just come here, catch some magpies and ninjas. That would give me some decent profit, but not as good as if you had 91 hunter. It's just a relaxing activity, and the higher hunter you have, the more money you can make here. So once you've done your impling hunting and you have a whole bunch of implings in your inventory, if you want more impling jars and you don't know a way to get them, just trade with this guy and you can just do the one tap of any impling. He's gonna take your lower level ones. So if I was kingly like right in the front row over here, he will take the lowest level impling I have. So I'm guessing right now it'd be either essence or gourmet. He would take that and give me 3 impling jars. That's a really good way to get rid of your lower level implings and get some extra impling jars, and you can just store them back in here for later use. I forgot to mention how you can buy those different type of equipment from this guy. Say for if you want the magic butterfly net, you have to catch 3 gourmet implings, 2 earth implings, and 1 essence implings. So once you have those in your inventory, you can come up to this guy and trade them for these equipment. So once you have some collected, you can either just deposit them in your bank or sell them off immediately, but I like to deposit them in the bank and like just look at them and just stare at them because they look so cool in here. Just 5 dragons and pirates and blah blah blah. I do not advise opening them because you will most likely lose profit on them. It's best to just sell them off. That's really the way to go, because in the end that will gain you more profit than if you open them all. Now this activity could be somewhat of a good way to train summoning because there's lots of spirit implings wandering around in the place, and they tend to drop a lot of crimson charms in there. So if you catch one, you will automatically get the charms instead of getting the spirit impling. So that's a really good way to get some charms if you want to just have fun. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I hope it wasn't too long. I just thought I'd share this little money making method or a fun activity. I usually just randomly like to do this because I find it really fun for some reason. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.